Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Kanil Kumar, Assistant Professor, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module Religious Conversion Among Tribes from paper Tribal Culture of India. Students will be able to learn the religion conversion from this module. Student will be able to learn the factors of religious conversion. The religion of the tribal people of India has faced many ups and downs to get better lifestyle and economically. The tribal community which is under study, had their own traditional ancestor religion, involved the worship of the supernatural powers. The religion is animism religion, worshipping of the spirit and beliefs in spirit existence, but now the tribal people are living in a converted religion. That is the Christian religion, Hindu, Buddhism religion, conversion to another religion swept to entire part of the India among the tribal community. Had embraced Hinduism, Christianity, at the traditional belief system, cultural system had changes to this time. Concept of religion. The first advocate as power of arguments that religion may not be universal were first classical evolutionists, who believed that both magic and religion are the characteristics of simple society. With the prevalence and advancement of science, both religion and magic was declined. According to the E.B. Taylor, a classic evolution belief are three systems, that is magic, religion and science are system of knowledge. All three are used the term from contemporary course, cognitive system of knowledge. Both magic and religion are founded belief which is invariables, assumption untested, simply matter of belief, and hence they would not be able to stand scientific scrutiny. Because of the scrutiny, both system, magic and religion, will be exploited. It will exploit the myth. Once the myth is exploited, it will never regain it back. According to Marx, religion was characters of simple class are divided into society, where there were rich or poor people. Marx believes that religion as ideology used for oppressive and exploiting people. Religion assured people of the next world in which they would happy. Religion justifies the fatalism. It's all have faith because of destiny of people. Religion justified their exploitation, powered people their existence. Religion therefore derived people of their revolutionary favor, spirit, and hence Marx believed that the class divided the society. Society religion was nothing but the opium of the masses. Religion made people to accept the state of life. Religion is as if real for people who believe, by Clifford Gridge. Anthropological approach is different from the theological approach. The study of the communist society study reveals that although the state did not subscribe any religion, its people who continue to have faith in their respective pantheon. The state did not subscribe any religion, but people continue to worship their pantheon. Cults and sects are increasing in numbers. Money is building for a new religion. Amount kept in building of temples, Gurudwara, church. E.B. Taylor, 1871, gave primitive culture is the shortest definition of religion. Definition of religion. According to E.B. Taylor, one can make distinction between the material and spiritual aspects of life. He considered this distinction of universal value. All societies make distinction between the materialistic and spiritual aspects. Spiritual aspects are considered with the domain of supernatural, that is, supernatural things beyond the nature. According to Robert Smith, religion is concerned with beliefs, values, rituals, and practices. Emile Durkheim says religion is a unified set of beliefs and practices. Main breakthrough in definitions of religion came with the Emile Durkheim's work in French, that is, the elementary forms of religious life in 1912. This work devoted to an understanding of totemism. Durkheim regarded thus his earliest form of religion. Durkheim rejected two definitions which was often referred to as defining the religious in terms of supernatural. He rejected definition of religious in terms of god and goddesses. Paul Rodindo, who find God in primitive religion, God is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. So, three characters attribute to God. The concept of God in terms of the property, one who is present everywhere. The idea of God is distinct identity. This notion, which is not found in primitive religion, he said the concept of the Judeo Christian concept in Western primitive society, divine being, where God is seen as patriarchal, male, all are powerful, knowing. But Emile Durkheim discusses the religion in his book in detail. Buddhism lacked the concept of God, but has the novel truth, sacred path which one has to follow. The aim of the life as defined by the Buddha, a permanent relief from the cycle from life and death. Such relief called by the Buddha is nirvana. Nirvana concept is closer to the Hinduism concept of moksha. Buddhism one must follow aim of life. The noble truth is superior to everyone. There are four noble truths. That is, the world is full of suffering, that is dukh. Desire is cause of suffering. Attain the state of desirelessness. Follow the path of rightness. Buddhism does not have the concept of deity. No worship of Buddha, but still truth was revealed through Buddha that one must faith in Buddha. But noble truth is superior to everything. Jainism also not as the concept of God and worship, but whole concept is following a particular life. Undertaking the comparative study by Emile Durkheim says all society divided universe around them into two categories from a comparative study of religious from the world into two parts. That is, one, everyday mundane world for which Emile Durkheim used the word profane. Profane does not imply impurity, inauspiciousness, dirt, soil, or something dealing with lower entity. In fact, the word profane implies everyday life. Thus, economic institution is part of profane. Second, other components is things, objects, place, where everything which are used as a set of part and forbidden. Those which are forbidden meaning have taboos with respect their approach. One cannot approach them just like them. This thing forbidden Emile Durkheim called sacred. They would ordinary things, objects, ordinary being, thing without any distinctive extraordinary property. Marvin Harris, sacred cow. Things which are sacred neither regards as inspiring nor utilitarian but kept for sacred. People adopted stricted rule with regarded to approaches them. Religion deals with the sacred things. The Emile Durkheim said Buddhism does not have sacred, but four noble truths Buddhism follows are sacred. Now we will discuss about religion conversion. Hindu are traced to ancient Persian who implies and refers to the inhabitant of India who were are believed to be not in one single set of religious Hindu systems are by membership in hierarchically arranged called caste or jati. Those who are born in caste alone qualifies to consider as the Hindu. Traditionally, the process of Hinduization of non-Hindu is gradual fashion. The process of cultural transformation is also old-fashioned. Hindu caste system does not require any set of beliefs and customs are preconditioned. The gradual process of changing to Hindu is by the creation missionary of Hindus called the Sudhikaran or purification rituals or conversion ceremony. Hindu conversion in India generally take the mass conversion, not individual process but its entire jati process of conversion. Arya Samaj arrangement to convert into Hindu for both individual as well as mass conversion is made by the Neo-Hindu Arya Samaj. Meaning to conversion is completely cut off their ties with their caste. For example, the Tantis of Bihar began to call themselves Ansari after becoming Muslims. In Punjab, the Musalis Bhangi sweepers adopted the more respectable titles of Musalis. This is endogamy caste unit was prior existence to conversion. By this, how Muslim society in India has characterized by the multiplicity of endogamous caste group. Lower caste in India started to convert Hindu by the Suddhi, that is purity process. It refers to a state of ritual purity needed for the performance of one's dharma. Dharma has both rituals. Dharma has both rituals purity needed. For performance of one's dharma, it is observed that duties assigned by the Brahmin scripture for social well dimension, performance of religious rites, and social intercourse. A mass conversion of certain Muslim group by the Arya Samaj and also instance of isolated individual Muslim undergone the Arya Suddhikaran ceremony. There are several studies which says the tribal has converted to other religion in the need of better life, economically, status, etc. For instance, the Bhumiji of the Madhya Pradesh have been influenced by the Kshatriya caste of Hindu and they are Sanskritized their lifestyle as Kshatriyas. They also formed the Bhumij Kshatriya Association in 1935. Gaddi tribes are closely associated with Rajput culture, Hinduism. Chiros and Kharwars have long assimilated as Rajput caste in regional caste hierarchy. Inhabitants of Oran tribes village accepted the worship of Hindu goddess Parvati and god Shiva. Also observed at many places these convert peoples also having the temple priest. They have given up the eating of beef and drinking of alcohol. They also knows the story of Mahabharata, Ramayana, Hanuman Chalis of god like Hanuman and Shiva. The Mundas have been influenced by the Bhakti cult. They have adopted the Panchang of Hindi calendar and Pandit. They started lost their faith in own Bonga religion. Brahmin was adopted the invited for marriages and other ceremony purpose. A study was considered by the Vidyarthi on Munda tribe from Gahara village. He found the emergence of Manhis caste have adopted Hindu lifestyle. The process of Sanskritization was started among the tribals by Bhagat movement in Middle India. The aim of movement was to purify the religious and social life and higher form of Hinduism. In Western India, among the Bhil tribe, Mahadev is the supreme deity. Other deity like Indira Raj, Hanuman, Ganesh. In Gujarat, social reforms has occurred to raise higher level of communities. Some of them utilize the service of Brahmin like Nayaks W. Under the impact of Bhagat movement, other also started to take place for social reforms like Tana Bhagat movement, Kamru Bhagat movement, Mahadev Bhagat and Vishnu Bhagat movement. In southern India, scene was similar. Tribes such as Chanchus, Mutwan and Kadars have started the belief in Hindu practices, adopted Lingaya as their deity. Kali is deity of Kada tribe, also adopted from the neighboring Hindu caste belief and practice. Along with the practices of Hinduization, it was reported that Hindu residing near the tribal village, they have started the accepted the morals and values and practices of tribal belief. This is called tribalization. According to the study of Rai in 1963, Gopes, his Hindu caste adopted the tribal way of lifestyle in Singhambhum. He reported that no one can distinguish between the GOP caste and Ho tribal people in the village. Now we'll talk about effect of modern factors. Christianity. Since the British rule, Christianity have played an important role for cultural changes among the tribes. The process of the proselytization was seen first in Assam tribes among Khasis tribes in 1813. Then it's also observed in Madhya Pradesh, Bhil tribe and in Chota Nagpur Oran tribes. Missionary along with the cooperation of British government started to convert people into Christianity. Firstly, conversion was on individually started on mass level. In Bihar, total 1/9 of the tribal population is Christian. The impact of Christianity has less converted in the part of Western India, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and major conversion was seen and reported from the South India. It was reported that Thoda tribes have converted about half of the population. Christianity has replaced original religion and loss of the faith from own religion. The conversion has basically started because of the poor miserable condition of the tribes. They are very low and backward in terms of economically. They were exploited by the jamindars and upper caste. Upper caste people don't allow them to touch the water well. Untouchability was high. Conversion in Northeast. The reason for the conversion is the traditional practices of the sacrificing the animals during rituals and ceremony. In Manipur, conversion started from 1918. Christian missionary was opposed to the sacrificing animals. They attracts the people to adopt the Western family structure, lifestyle and education system, music and dance. Among the Kachars Naga tribes living in North Lusai's Mosaic movement raised and promised to liberate the Nagas from Kuki tribes and British. Bhakti movement also led to conversion in the religion. By the 20th century, there are many devotional cults are developed. Religious expression such Puranic tradition cults are Shivam's cult, Vishnuism cult. Shaivism cult does not follow any rules and regulation, so it can be performed by anyone. While Vishnu cult has rules and regulations, so only priest can follow. Cults were God-centered rather than man-centered. So it is led departure of their own religion to God cult. The ritual of the sacrificing was left and worshipping devoted to the icons of temple. Impact of urbanization and industrialization. Industrialization process came up with the pull factor because industries were exploiting the natural resources, forested area and hilly areas of tribal areas. Population was growing near the industry area. Numbers of the city and urban area are increasing in numbers as well. This led to changes in tribal culture patterns under the influences of industry. In Chota Nagpur, tribal areas were exploited for coal mining. Mining industry was set up in Bokaro and Dhanbad district. The twin industry, coal and iron, have done large number of exploitation of natural resources. Chota Nagpur industry attracted lots of tribal people from the village. Industry based area also led to develop the urbanization processes. Now tribal people got employment industry. Tribal people and outsiders started to live in same area. This led to process of assimilation, cultural shock. Tribal people learn other cultures, customs and belief. When some of them not get observed by the acculturation process, they got in frustration and culture shock. Tribal local culture was disintegrated during the formulation of the industry. The income of the villagers has gone high and they learn heterogeneous lifestyle. Heterogeneous lifestyle means variety of religion, language and social norms, values, etc. Younger generation attracted towards the industry, but their younger generation is not skilled as industry required for jobs. So they were getting lower salaries in comparison to skilled and engineers from the outsiders. They have also the curiosity for learning. Industrialization also led to isolation. They were isolated in terms of family culture. Traditional family has become very weak because family moving in another area in search for jobs. The case of relationship of tribal with non-tribals are coming in light in a new dimension. Religious conversion also took place because of political dramas. Uran tribes of the Odisha. According to many studies, Christian missionaries converted families in a village. Political parties have large invested in the free education, free medicines and free food. This show the tribal also required money. Church offers the incentive to convert into Christianity, which included the rice and milk. Sometimes some of the tribes converted to Hindu. They established Lord Rama idols in their home. Begins to go temple. This led to changes into lifestyle, some of them dependent on the job rather than on agriculture economy. In Gujarat 2014, a controversy arises had erupted when right wing has organized a Ghar Wapsi drive. It was reported that about 100 Muslims in Agra, Uttar Pradesh converted. Another incident was seen when claimed that 39 tribal Christians were reconverted to Hinduism in moist hit Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. Christian missionary has been very active in tribal areas. Still, indigenous tribes are merged with the homogeneous structure of caste system with advancement in social and economically. Tribal people constantly have faced trauma and exploitation from the upper caste. To be the part of society and grow up into social and economical, they started to bhakti movement moving upward in the caste system. Recently, education related awareness has helped the tribe to come up. From the industrialization and urbanization, tribal are exposed and more exploited by the non-tribals. The modernization process is slowly killing the tribal life and it also disintegrating the cultural resources of the tribal community. Let us summarize the module what we have learned from. Tribal religious conversion had begun after the entry of Christianity missionary in the hilly areas such as Northeast. Missionary came with the Western education and Christianity and thus led to suddenly exposures to the outside of the world. The missionary brought the changes in tribal people life, living standard and the people to complete abandon of their religion. By this, people started to convert in Christianity religion, gave them peace and new hope. Christianity has changes the every aspect the life such as social aspect, political and economical aspects. Social changes has observed not only on the statistics basis but also has feel on minds of the people. The value, beliefs and customs of the tribal people has fast changed due to process of Sanskritization, modernization, westernization, industrialization, the process of acculturation and cultural shock also observed during the industrialization and urbanization. Differences was highly reflected from simple society to complex society. Individualization, frustration, conflicts. These all led to the desanskritization. Different part of the India was passing from the different changes and conversions of religious. Christian faith is strongly rooted, so people have no intention of changing back to their traditional religion. Some of them transform themselves due to the situation like pulling factor, influenced by the other cultures and belief for betterment. Just because it's more acceptable by the higher caste and societies. Modernization has its positive aspect too. Modernization has brought the level of literacy and awareness of education. This helped tribes to get better condition of living. Government has also plays an important role by putting up the several developmental and welfare schemes for tribal. Employment level has raised. Earlier days, tribal used to practice agriculture and herding of cattle. Now, working in factories have become trend. Now, no more agriculture cultivation are practiced. Due to industrialization, tribal have low land holding with them. Conversion of the religion is due to the materialistic approach. It's not only evolutionary changes but the possibility of economic and politics. Tribal people are facing the serious transition both socially and politically. Christianity missionary to maintain their cultural hegemony over the changes is outlook. The Christian converts within their community interpreted their indigenous lifestyle benefiting to the rational without giving negative to impact of westernization and proselytization. Thank you.